What is up, Kids Camp parents, or should I say, anyone who is dropping off and picking up from Kids Camp? This is for you. There's an email version of this. It is text written out. But if you're like me, you just rather watch the video. And so here it is. We're gonna fly through some information. Check in for Kids Camp starts at 8:30. Your kids leaders are in a meeting until then, so you can come before then. But the indoor playground will be closed, and there will be nothing to do if you come early. So camp will start at 9 o'clock. That's the first activity, and that activity is an icebreaker for the first 30 minutes. So if you can't show up till 9:15, you're not missing out on like anything major. It's just kind of it's just the intro to the whole day. But at 9:30, they're going to start small groups and large group, and then they're going to switch and then have lunch and then all the games. So up until 9:30, it's just like, hey, it's chill. Let's get to know you. Let's not get too crazy. And then it just ramps up after that. So check-in is at 8:30 to 9, and then pickup starts at 3 o'clock. And so that's when we're going to have kids back to the rooms that they're going to be in. If you need to pick up earlier, just let the leaders know that when you're dropping off. Say, hey, this is Joey, and he has a dentist appointment at 2:30, so I'm going to get him a little bit early. And that leader can then tell you, oh, 2:30, this is where we'll be. Now, you're going to have a tag that you have to show in order to pick your child up. So let's just say, we'll use my family as the example. If I drop my son off at camp, but I'm not the one picking him up, I can make sure my wife gets that pickup tag. There's also a way that we'll talk about if this is a situation for you that we have a pseudo digital option, but we also, this is exciting, we have a police officer who will be on site all week long, just helping with the safety and security of things. This is an open campus. We are a functional church. People will be coming and going throughout the week, but we have, wait for it, 314 kids signed up for camp. And we said, hey, how do we keep these kids as safe as possible? So I said, if you don't have to come into the office that week, please don't. If you can have your meetings at Starbucks down the road, please do. But we also will have a police officer on site. We have 2 nurses on site this year. We just got so big. And no group has more than 1 leader for every 6 kids. So the ratios are really, really small on purpose. So check in 8:30, pick up 3 o'clock, and you can check in all the way up to 9:30. For meals, let's talk about meals, because every leader has a roster that looks like this. Hey-o, and on that, I don't want you to see it because of HIPAA stuff, but on that, every leader has 2 leaders for every 12 kids and a list of what kids are allergic to what things. And so, like, hey, we're going to go eat. I'm going to read you the meals really quick. On Monday, we're having Chick-fil-A. Gluten, peanuts. On Tuesday, we're having Costco, gluten, dairy. On Wednesday, we're having Red Robin, gluten, and I don't know if there is cheese on the burgers or if that's an option, because I'm having someone else take on all the food stuff, but it could possibly be dairy. And then Thursday, we're having grilled hot dogs on the barbecue grill outside. Again, the buns would have gluten. And so I say all of that to say, at 314 kids, we just weren't able to go, hey, how do we just not have any allergy issues? So let me tell you this. If your child has an allergy, like again, mine does, my kid is allergic to tree nuts, so I'm reading ingredient labels all the time. We have a refrigerator and we have a freezer and we have a microwave. We do not have a functional oven at the church. We have what's called a warming oven, which means it's worthless. So we can hold on to food for your child. So you go, hey, they can, if they eat dairy, they're not going to be, it's not great for them, but they'll be okay. Okay, then that's your choice. But if you're like, hey, if my kid eats dairy, they're going to die. Well, we don't want to make them die. So bring their lunch with them. We'll put it in the refrigerator. Like I said, we have nurses who can just be there to help do food prep stuff, you put for those kids, the kids who need it. So those are the meals those days. Something else to know. Oh, also the Kona ice truck. This is a secret. The Kona ice truck is coming on Wednesday. And so if, that's the only just, hey, take ice and cover it in sugar and then just eat it and then put more sugar on it and eat it again. That's going to happen on one day, just giving you the heads up as well. If you're like, hey, my kid can't have red dye. I don't remember who. One kid has that. It's like, hey, get the green syrup then, I guess. So just so you know, Wednesday is Water Wednesday. Is just how we shorten it. Water slides, turning sprinklers on, water balloons, all that kind of stuff in the afternoon. So have your kids come dressed appropriately. Maybe they can change into it, or it's for boys, just wear the shorts. For girls, wear a swimsuit under the t-shirt that they can just take the shirt off when it's time, and go out and play and just have fun and be kids. When you pick them up, they're going to be wet / have a wet towel. So again, bring a towel that day. But just so you know, when you pick up, your kid is going to be wet or have wet stuff with them. But it's going to be like 95 degrees as of right now, and we want them to not die. So Thursday, we're going to do a color war with like colored chalk that you would see at a fun run. So the kids are going to say memory verses throughout the week. And if they say the verses, they earn points for their team. And if their team gets enough points, then they can use those points to buy boxes and duct tape and build castles. And then we're going to have this color war out in the field. So it's going to be a super fun time. But when you pick your kids up on Thursday, they are going to look like they ran through a fog machine of tie-dye smoke and chalk. So just know, like, don't go get your car detailed on Wednesday night or Thursday while your kid is at camp, because that will get ruined on Thursday afternoon. So that's Wednesday and that's Thursday. As far as the kind of stuff you need to know, that's the biggest stuff. You've done the hard part. You signed up, and we've got it all taken care of from there. They're going to have awesome small groups. They're going to do silly dances. They're going to have a ton of fun with 10 to 12 kids in their group and a couple of leaders. When they come home, here's my one piece of advice to you. Don't ask vague questions. Hey, how was your day? Good. Okay, your conversation's done. What do you know? Go, hey, I know that the days are repent, kingdom, heaven, and near. Those are the things we're talking about as we use this medieval, A Knight's Tale kind of is like the visual representation. So go, hey, I know today you talked about heaven. What'd you learn about heaven today? And that day they're gonna be like, oh, Mario Kart, because we're gonna have go-karts on the stage with the balloons like you would see in the Battle Royale. And then they're gonna talk all about it. So just know when you're asking your kids questions, when you pick them up, specifics. Say not what did you learn, but go, hey, did you learn about fill in the blank? And then let them just go nuts from there. And don't say, hey, did you have fun playing games? Go, what games did you play in the field? And they'll go, oh, today in the field, we played 121, which is like capture the flag, but it has 121 tennis balls. So it's like way faster paced. And even if you're slow, like I was as a child, you can still grab one. It's like capture the flag, it's like one kid gets the flag, and it was never me. So again, ask specific questions. Other than that, 8:30 to 9 o'clock is the main drop-off time. Drop off, get out of here. We're going to have an awesome time. Pick up at 3 o'clock. Thanks for letting us have your kid. The biggest camp we've ever done by 35% almost. It's absolutely bonkers. We're so excited. Feel free to reach out with any questions, and I may just forward you to the appropriate person. If you have dietary questions, I may forward you to the person doing food or to the nurse. Just know that's not me ignoring you. That's me going, I'm of no use here. Same thing. If you have to pick your kid up early, let me know now if you already know that, but also let that leader know for your kids group. And on Monday, we'll show you where to go. We're going to have a great time. I've taken up enough of your time already. Have a great day. Have a happy 4th of July. Have fun. Be safe. And until I see you again, peace out.